The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans' offense will go to work first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Off the play fake. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Using the quick game. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Algier.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Quarterback on the keeper. Past the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Orange offense will get its first chance now. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting we got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in on third down. Those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Leaves it with the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's McMillan. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4th. The Orange will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Algier. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Direct snap. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a first down at the 23.
How about the ball carrier on that explosive play, backed up inside his own 10-yard line, and is running out in the open field, making people miss, and finally giving his offense some room to operate, really get this drive going.
Quick completion to the right. He's out past the 35. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 14, and that's the way you find some room to operate. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Hobbs. Powers through the defender. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Algier. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gonna run it. It's Hobbs. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. On the option, they'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
And they swarm him under.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and management. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Motion from the wide receiver. Let's it fly. Touchdown, CUSE. Fit it in the window for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Algier. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of and get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Hobbs. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Trojans will punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. To the air, it's McMillan. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Syracuse has it in the red zone. From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Orange. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go.
Oh, he's got some space. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the 1st half. It is a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires on the move. Snares it outside. It's Chester. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Back to throw, it's McMillan. It's complete to the left. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments, things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again.
Get set, get set.
Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Had to throw it before he wanted. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll send the back in motion. Throws it back. Caught close to the marker. It's Smith. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Got his man downfield, and he's knocked down.
Man, you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Now the play fake. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This time he's got him. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out.
Open field on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's got it on the move.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, the running back has it. Grinding and pushing his way, and man, he got behind his pads, but they get him stopped just inches away from the goal line. And here comes the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll leave it with him, finding open areas. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Shakes off the defender. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming.
And man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On target to the left. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And some room to work. Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Field goal is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the returner will be brought down. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after him. Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Makes him talk to the hand. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it on the read. Made a defender miss. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
They'll run the option. The pitch. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in my day either. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Absolutely center cut. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Stumbled to the ground.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He's going to be a little short. It'll be fourth down from the 44. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Tries to get it on the ground. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think